The fuck going on in this motherfucking bitch? They call me the Black Charlie Sheen, aka One Chains. I'm also known as Fitness Trainers that train your girl. Be doing squats all over my dick. In some circles, I'm just simply known as Dadon, Dadon, Dadon. Sometimes they even call me Rolly on Papis, the way I roll up the opposition, you know what I'm saying? We are into week 2 of the SPL. I give your girl my SPL, whatever that means. Now look, we started off first week with an L, unfortunately, due to whatever reasons. Some unfortunate hacks and really well played by my opposition, okay? But we're still feeling the team, you know what I'm saying? You know that the Mafia comes back strong. There's just no way. There's no way we can go 2 weeks back to back with L's, you know what I mean? So, we did some really nice prep. I gotta tell you that the overall matchup, I can't say it looks incredibly difficult, but it could be very, very tricky because this is a Sun team, right? We don't realistically have, well, we have Florges, of course, Max Spadev, and you will see what kind of Tsarina I'm bringing to this game as well. I'm gonna spoil it a little bit, but his Sun hitters are really, really threatening. Walking Wake could get out of hand, of course. Charizard, if it's Scarf or even Heavy Duty Booty, could be a big ass threat and with solar power and everything, you know. And Shiftry. Big shoutouts to Mav and IFO for helping me prepare for this. Mav pretty much built the whole team. IFO gave us a few really good ideas. And the preparation for this week, I think, is probably even better than for last week, I gotta say. Now, we identified Shiftry as potentially the biggest threat. Because if Shiftry sets up, it's kind of Jover. You know what I mean? It's kind of Jover. We would have to sack at least 2 Pokemon to that. Now, all in all, like, I'm not worried about Okidogi much. I'm not worried about Jirachi much. Lycanroc seems like a big threat as well, on top of the Sun hitters. So realistically, it's quite a difficult matchup, right? But we do have tools. We do have tools to stop the potential snowballing of these Sun motherfuckers, alright? So the first Pokemon we're gonna go with is gonna be Florges. Florges Max Spadev. Florges allows us to have Momentum with Baton Pass, Emergency Rain Dance to change the weather, and Moonblast Synthesis. We couldn't fit Wish Protect on this. You know, Wish with Baton Pass would have been nice to pass around, but we need Florges healthy to just not lose to Wake, not lose potentially to Charizard if it's out of Sun, for instance, you know, this type of stuff. So it's just a really good pivot for our team. Then we're going with Scarf Samurott. This is probably the best way to go about it because we will be able to obviously threaten the Lycanroc. Lycanroc would be forced to go for a Cell Rock against us, you know. On top of that, you know, if Charizard is not Scarfed, then we outspeed that. It just makes a lot of sense to bring Samurott. If Walking Wake is not booster speed, then we also can potentially revenge that. So Scarf just looks really, really good in this, okay? Then obviously we have Flip Turn for Momentum on this too, which is a must on a Scarf set, right? Then we got Knockoff, Razor Shell, Ceaseless Edge. We're going with actually triple Scarf in this game. We were double Scarf last game. This game we're going triple Scarf. We're one-upping it, alright? The opposition ain't gonna see that coming. Danny is gonna get confused by this pick, but I think this is probably like really, really good prep overall. We got Choice Scarf Gengar, obviously to outspeed Walking Wake even if it's booster speed, and to potentially revenge it. We don't have a way of obviously one-shotting it, but with hazards and everything we should be able to chip it down a few times. We of course, you know, make sure that we outspeed Lycanroc if it's not Scarfed himself, right? And at the worst we speed tie with Scarf Lycanroc. Just in general, outspeeds Scarf Charizard too, so it makes perfect sense to bring Scarf Gengar. We have Destiny Bond actually for the Walking Wake scenario, whereas, for example, I don't have a switching into that and it comes in and it knows that it can take a hit and take my Gengar out, then we just Destiny Bond, like a safety measure against Walking Wake, so to say, right? Then we got Sandaconda. This is a very important member on the team. It's coming off the bench, and we have Sandspit and Rindoberry. Rindoberry was like a last-minute addition, okay? And we have a little bit of special bulk, you know, to tank potentially Charizard a little bit better with Terra Water, okay? And then we have a lot of investment in defense. This is our main way of dealing with Shiftry, as weird as it sounds, yes, even though it's Terra Water. But Rindo Berry would allow us to live a hit, even if it's +2, right? Then we can glare it. So let's say Shiftry comes out, gets up an SD as I switch directly into Sandaconda. We take a hit, we get our sand up, then we glare the Shiftry, and it's not as big of a problem at that point, you know what I mean? So changing the weather with Sand Spit would be really, really important for us. Sand damage would help us chip down stuff because we don't have many things to one-shot the enemy team. And Stealth Rock, obviously, for hazards. I mean, his team is really weak to hazards, so he has to bring heavy-duty booty on stuff, or obviously he needs Heat Rock on Ninetales, so having Stealth Rock against that. In case Charizard is not heavy-duty booty, that's going to be really big too. So that's going to be one of our main members on the team, actually. Sandaconda would have to pull through, you know what I'm saying? Sandaconda is going to have to go crazy. Then we got Cinderace, Tiago Alcantara. Cinderace with Choice Scarf. This is probably the best thing we can bring. Obviously, once again, to outspeed Wake, to outspeed Lycanroc, force it to go for a Cell Rock, you know, to outspeed Scarf Charizard, all of that. Like, Scarf Cinderace comes in, clicks Pyro Ball in the sun, you know, U-turn, all that shit. High Jump Kick is pretty important to hit stuff like Ninetales and whatnot. And, yeah. Just overall, Cinderace seems very important in this game too, to be honest, to not just get, you know, straight up swept. And then the last member on the team is Tsarina. Look at them hips, oof. Hey girl, look at them ass, oof. Oof. Alright, it got me feeling some kind of, you know what I'm saying? Now we got AV Tsarina. That's another switch in for us into Walking Wake, potentially, if it spams water moves. We have Leaf Guard, actually, not Queenly Majesty, even though I think that Queenly Majesty might have been a little bit better against, like, banded Cell Rock spam. But Leaf Guard means that in his Sun, we will not be getting Statist, which is pretty good, I suppose. We have, obviously, Rapid Spin for hazard removal, Zen Headbutt, Knockoff, Power Whip. Power Whip is going to be our main way of dealing damage, and after a Rapid Spin, we might be able to clean with this thing, potentially even, you know? And just, in general, this is going to be another safety measure against those hard-hitting, you know, special attackers. So that's the team. I think it's really good, to be honest. I think it's the prep is really nice for this one. We have definitely tools of stopping the Sun Spam, and let's just see how it goes. The game is going up later today. Like, I was a little bit late with the team builder, but yeah, get hyped, motherfucker.